In our final module, the course review on implementing cloud app security in Microsoft 365, I'm going to focus on the key concepts and topics that we talked about throughout the course. That's going to include information about the CAS solutions, which include several different CAS components, as well as how to configure CAS using these components and monitoring CAS using alerts and logs. So let's begin by reviewing some of the technologies that build out a CAS solution for you. We'll begin by talking about connected apps, which provides greater visibility and control of CAS. It also increases the ability to manage threats. In addition, we peruse through the conditional access app control. This will enable policies to restrict and monitor access to your cloud apps based on a specific criteria that we've defined. We also have the Windows Defender ATP, Advanced Threat Protection integration. This enables you to extend the visibility beyond your network and provide machine-based investigation should there be any security issues. And our final one is the Microsoft Power Automate. We saw where that comes into play. We integrate CAS with Microsoft Power Automate, which will allow the administrators to create custom automation and actions based on the alerts generated in CAS. And there are 4 different categories that we can use for configuring cloud app security. Well, actually 5, because there is a category called Threat Protection that contains one configuration option, and that's Azure ATP, Advanced Threat Protection. So I'm going to be focusing on the remaining 4 configuration categories that we have available to us from within Cloud App Security. The first one is the system, where we can configure or specify our organization details, as well as configure export settings and your mail settings. And in Cloud Discovery, you're going to find that we have options in there regarding the score metrics, and we have reporting capabilities available within this category. In our next category, it's called Information Protection. In here, you're going to find the Azure Information Protection configuration options, and you'll have options for configuring files. Our last one is the Conditional Access App Control, and within here, we can monitor our users, and we can specify the default behavior that occurs when our users are accessing cloud services. Another very important and powerful component that make up your CAS solutions include policies. And there's about 10 CAS policy types that you can use to create your CAS solution. And let's take a look at some of these. The first one you can use is an access policy. We also have an activity policy. We have anomaly detection policies. We have app discovery policies, cloud discovery anomaly detection, file policies, malware detection policies, a couple different flavors of OAuth policies, and session policies. All of these can be used for monitoring activity and generating alerts to notify you if there are any concerns with access, data, or users. Let's take a look at some of the considerations associated with connected apps that allow us to tap into additional sources. Any cloud app with an API can be connected to. However, the connection configuration will depend on the type of app. Some considerations associated with the planning for these app connections include the management account, networking, the types of supported apps, and the types of supported apps that we have are Azure, Office 365, and Dropbox, as a few examples. And we can connect to any of these and more with the appropriate API. Now, after I've established a connection to the app, if I want to remove that connected app, I need to contact support to do so. After creating policies and apps, we're going to want to monitor them, and there's a couple different ways that we can do so, and one is alerts, and the other are logs. And we'll begin with the alerts, because we could potentially have hundreds of alerts occurring depending on the number of policies and connected apps that we have. When you go to the alerts interface, you're going to have some option for working with those alerts. You're going to be able to filter the alerts based on policy or user as an example. We're going to be able to manage multiple alerts by being able to do bulk selection. We can export information about these alerts. We can dismiss or resolve an alert. So if you see an alert in the alerts interface and you know it's not a big deal, you can dismiss it. Or if you see one that is a big deal, you can take the steps necessary to resolve that. And lastly, we can get additional details on these alerts to help us resolve the issue associated with that alert. In addition, we can monitor content using CAS traffic logs. These traffic logs will contain security information, including network security information, as well as your cloud apps security information. There are ways for us to monitor these logs, and we have a couple update feature methods. The first one is the snapshot reports, non-continuous, more of a manual intervention. And the second feature method is the automatic log upload, which is continuous, and you saw how to configure the automatic updates for those automatic log uploads. So in our final module of the course, we looked at considerations for designing cloud app security solutions. We also reviewed configuration options including policies and connected apps when configuring cloud app security, and we looked at alerts and logs for monitoring CAS. Well, that is a wrap for this course. Be sure to check out the Word document associated with the course that contains several links to different websites that you can use to locate additional information on the concepts that we explored and discussed in this course. Again, my name is Brian Alderman, and I want to thank you for spending time with me, and I look forward to seeing you in another Pluralsight course very soon. Thanks for watching.